Hello, I'm Robert Way. I'm here with King D. Son, writer, producer, director from Nashville, Tennessee. Basically, how was your upbringing like? Did you live on the welfare system, or you just? I mean, How was that? I mean, I've heard a lot of different stories. So
Yeah, I came from the gutter, east side. You know what I mean? It was definitely welfare, food stamps, rough. You know what I mean? Coming home from school, no lights. Sometimes, you know what I mean, can't pay the rent. You know, I'm asking mama like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? We gonna get it together, baby. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. So dealt with a lot of that. You know what I mean? Water being off. You know what I mean? Just so many different things that you know, just as a kid, just experiencing. You know what I mean? But
was there a lot of gang violence? I mean, I don't know a lot about Nashville, Tennessee. I know where I'm from in New Hampshire. It's a little, Boston, New York.
right.
So I'm kind of curious as to what your perception is as far as like the gang violence, if there is such term, in Nashville.
Where I'm from, it's just rough. Period.
But were there like gangs? Like, did you have to worry about that kind of stuff? Like,
Absolutely.
was it like territorial?
Yeah, like shootouts every day, gangs, gun violence, deaths. It got bad. It got really, really bad to the point where you really didn't know. You don't know if I walk to the store, am I gonna make it back?
Wow.
You don't know.
Here overnight, just down this road in a duplex. At this point, as you can see from the video, family and friends, they continue to flock here.
You know what I mean?
What about drugs and alcohol and stuff like that growing up? Was that predominant in your neighborhood? I mean, was that a thing, or like
Shit,
how were you introduced to that kind of stuff?
I say my father left me when I was 3, so he was on drugs. He was actually on heroin, and so I got introduced to that very early. You know what I'm saying? Growing up with no father, where my daddy at? You know what I mean? Like, you
Right.
don't know what's going on from the gate, but
Right.
so my mama was kind of talking to me, you know what I'm saying, talking to me about the situation as I got a little older. Told me what it was, told me why she kicked him out. And I'm like, damn, you know what I mean? Like, so now you ain't got no father. You got no father, now you trying to figure it out. I didn't even know what drugs was, you know what I'm saying? Which would be in my new book too, because
Right.
I want to kind of like explain everything that went through, what I had to go through.
Right.
So, yeah, I definitely got introduced to that as far as my father. First time I ever heard of it.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So now did you graduate high school?
No. The only reason I didn't graduate high school, really, I dropped out in the 9th grade because one day I came home, you know what I'm saying? I told you, like, we grew up in the gutter. But one day I came home, you know what I'm saying, single parent household. So my mom came, I seen her one day, she was working like 2-3 weeks straight. I'm knowing this because I'm in the house. I'm seeing her a lot, like she working a lot going in, you know what I'm saying? So, and I looked at a check one day, she had left her check stub on the table, and I seen like $183 on a check, and I'm like, that kind of bothered me, bro. They did something to me to the point where like, it really agitated me. So it put me in a situation where like, I gotta help her. I didn't know how, I didn't know what I was gonna do. I just knew I had to help her, you know what I'm saying? Because $183 ain't gonna work. So I dropped out of school and I got in the game. I started hustling, selling drugs. Feel me? She didn't like it. She didn't agree with it, but she knew that I wouldn't. She knew nobody at that point could change my mind. You feel me? I felt like it was my obligation to help her. I was a protector, 15 years old, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, selling drugs, bringing money back to her so she can pay the rent.
Was that a typical goal in life for a young black child, a black man or boy, to assume that that's what their life is going to be?
I don't know what they assume it's going to be. I guess just raised up in the hood, it's like we don't have a lot of opportunities.
A lot of choices, so you have to make probably the best, worst decision that you can make.
I think
in that situation.
It don't always have to be drugs though, because I mean, as I'm older now, you can look at it and be like, all right, it's choices in everything. You know what I'm saying? You can put me in a different situation right now, and I ain't gotta choose that. I could choose this. Like I'm in the entertainment business right now. So you see, you see what I'm choosing now.
Right.
So, but growing up, you know, a lot of the kids, you know, no father. Some of them ain't even got mothers. And then you seeing half of your family members getting wiped off by the streets, getting shot up, killed. You feel me? Man, you know, they crying, they going crazy because I was just talking to my sister 3 days ago, and then she got murdered. It's so much pain, bro, in the black community. You feel what I'm saying?
But does it make it worse that it's people you know, your friends, that are killing off each other? Like, friends are killing friends, like over territory, or over a beef over a woman, or what, drugs. I mean, it wasn't strangers, was it?
It don't even have to be beef. It can be hate. It can. Sometimes you get killed by people that you never even had a problem with. They had a problem with you, and you never knew it. The envy is real where I come from, and it's like, you know, you just never know. At any moment, I just grew up. At any moment, it can happen. And that's too much pressure on a kid. You really don't even know how to be a kid.
I bet.
You know what I mean? Because you living in an adult world mentally.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
well, I mean, ninth grade and you're already thinking you got to be a drug dealer and take care of your mom. I mean,
you know what I mean? So that's a lot of pressure, bro. It made you, you know, become an adult before it was your time.
Right. Now, let's fast forward a little bit.
Yeah.
So I'm here talking to you, and we're in the film business. We're in the entertainment business.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of curious as to how you actually got an opportunity to actually get into the film. Did you go to film school?
Yes.
All right. So you didn't graduate high school, but something in you at a certain point in your life made you decide to go to film school.
Right.
What was the defining moment that you said, I gotta do something? Was it that way? Like, I gotta figure out something to do in my life, I'm gonna go to film school, or how did that work out?
I'm gonna kind of push you.
I mean, bring it all into perspective. Even if we gotta go back a little bit, that's fine, but.
My brother got murdered. You feel me? We were selling drugs together at an early age, you know what I'm saying? So I knew a lot about life at 16.
Absolutely.
At 16, you know what I'm saying? So selling drugs with him, we moving around, we doing different things, we buying certain things. It really didn't matter, because our whole goal, we riding the night talking about family, getting our family out. We wanted to get our family out. That was our whole goal and our whole purpose. It wasn't the material things. It was really just making sure our family was straight. So after he got murdered, you know, he got shot 9 times with a AK. And I was actually with him. Actually, I just called him that day, telling him, hey, bro, let's, you know what I mean, meet me at the crib. You know what I'm saying? Because we had a house way out. And, you know, I'm 16. I ain't even know how to pay bills, but I got a crib, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm telling him, he actually bought the crib for me. He bought a house for me because I was loyal to him. And he appreciated me being so solid with him. So he said, hey, bro, come holler at me one day. So he just threw the keys at me. I'm like, oh, she gave me a whole house. So I was excited about just the bond that we had. And I say that day, I just called him. I'm getting to what you asked me though, but that day he called me. That day I called him. I was like, yo, meet me at the crib, I want to talk to you. Because I was actually finna tell him, man, we got to stop hustling because we really got everything we need. You know what I'm saying? Like, what else the point?
Right, right.
So, but once I got to the crib, I was waiting. He never showed up. My sister called me probably like 30 minutes later, told me he just got murdered. That fucked me up, threw me off, crushed me. I'm devastated. My whole soul left my body. I was angry. I needed something that put that energy towards something else, because I know it was easy to go kill the niggas who got him, but they locked up now. But I knew it was easy to put that energy towards the streets. I knew it was easy to put that energy towards something where, you know what I mean, like just taking it out on somebody to keep the beef going. I didn't want that because I was done with the whole entire game.
Right.
I had a seed by that time. I had a little son, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I had to change my whole perspective on life. So I'm like, yo, something got to change. So that's when I kind of started getting into the thinking process of what I'm gonna do with my life. How can I go a little more legit? I'm in the world by myself now. I ain't got my nigga with me no more. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, that's when my whole life took a turn as far as get into the entertainment part.
Okay.
Not the filming yet. I got another story for you.
All right.
With that though, but the filming just came after I got robbed, and you know what I'm saying, years later after he got killed, I got robbed. You know what I mean? Got caught slipping. Guy tried to kill me too. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why. Maybe he was just hungry, or his daughter was hungry, whatever the situation was. Didn't understand it, but he caught me slipping, and he tried to offer me. I ended up running around, you know what I'm saying, car, and fell in the street, broke my foot in two and all that bullshit. From that point on, I had to sit down for about 6 months because I had a boot on, I ain't had nothing to do. That what got me into the filming world, because I started writing about my life. I'm like, man, what can I do? I ain't got nothing else to do, so I'm just writing about my life. And I'm like, as I'm writing, and I'm thinking like, damn, I could probably turn this shit into a movie one day.
Everything's a scene and everything's a scenario.
But this nigga who tried to kill me, he gave me the dream. He gave me this shit. He gave me the idea of filming, because that's when I started writing about my life. It's when he tried to kill me because I didn't have shit else to do but sit down on a boot for 6 months because I got a broke foot.
Right.
And that's when I started fucking with the filming and shit.